What's up, everybody? So we found a industry celeb here. We have Josh Zolin. We have Josh Zolin here. Josh, tell everybody what's going on at Riff. Like you had a Riff Talk today. What was that about?
I did, yeah, thanks. So it was called Adapt or Die, the Evolution of Change, right? And it's all mindset focused about how if you're not adapting, you're dying, right? You have to change with the time. Technology changes, cultural expectations shift, all of this kind of stuff. And if you're not prepared for it as a leader, if you're not prepared for it in your business, you're going to get left behind, right? And you're going to get passed by with people that are actually in this mindset and have adopted this mindset, and not only in themselves but in their teams. So it was fun. It was an incredible experience to get up there and just kind of pour my heart out about this kind of stuff on stage. You know, and hey, I only messed up a couple times. So.
Sure. Hey, listen, I know you're passionate about it, and I see it. We've known each other for some years now. We're talking about just now together here, talking about how the industry is talking about change and adapting, with the diverse customer bases that are out there, and building your company from within with technicians. Let's just kind of give the people here watching an understanding of what does it take inside to every day to get up and run a service?
That's a good question. He's good at this. It's a couple things, man. It's grit. You gotta grit and perseverance, right? You can't see failure as a step back. You have to see failure as a step forward, right? And every time you get knocked down, you get back up. You either win or you learn, right? And you just have to keep that mentality with you day in and day out, because if you don't have it, it can be a very defeating business. Any business can be very defeating if you don't adopt that mindset.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll say is, yesterday we saw John Duranbos. I hope I'm not kidding. Duranbos. Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah.
And we're talking about this. He said you could either let it define you or refine you. I don't know if I've heard that before. I might have, but I love it. What are some? I mean, that hit me. I had tears in my eyes watching that. How did that hit you?
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. I mean, that was, when you see some people speak up there and it just resonates, right? And what he was talking about really resonated because he had a hard life. Like, I did not see some of those curveballs that he started throwing. That was crazy, his life story and how that all panned out. So you look at that and you say, well, if somebody like him, who's been through as much as he's been through, can let those experiences refine him instead of define him, then why can't I do the same? When we're talking about business, we're not talking about death or sickness or anything like that. We're talking about
real life stuff he was going through.
He was going through some real shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's we're not dealing with anything half as bad as that. So if he can do it, why can't we?
I'm telling you, when I was thinking the same thing as I'm watching it. Like, I'm getting up and I'm complaining about things that are really not that big of a problem after you hear a story like that. And that's not like, listen, we gotta kind of repurpose our focus, I think, sometimes. And hearing a guy like that brings you perspective.
Oh yeah, I mean, without a doubt. And perspective is so important, right? Because we move through life so often and we see it through a single lens, right? It's from our own eyes. One of the phrases that I've adopted recently is no matter who you meet, or everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about, right? And if you really internalize that, it helps you to understand that no matter how bad of a day you're having or how good of a day you're having, or what your experience is with somebody else that you interact with that day, there could be a reason behind it, and that reason could be pretty damn good. It could be better than whatever reason you have, for being upset or pissed off or agitated or frustrated or whatever. You just don't know. So if you can move through life with that mentality, that you don't know what anybody else is going through, and you can take that perspective with you, then I think we'd all be better off.
I agree. So whatever you're going through out there, don't let it define you, let it refine you. Josh, appreciate you, brother. Arizona, Houston, where are we at? Everywhere.
Phoenix, Tucson, Houston. That's it for now.
For now.
Stay tuned.